guys, it is TJ back again with Gold Label Sports, and today we have another video for you. And today's video is going to be basically step-by-step process how I started my own sports card business. And I wanted to basically show you guys how I took about an initial $1,200 investment into this and then turned it into about $5,500 in sales, which was about $3,800 profit. Thank you guys so much for the support on the last video. Really happy to be back, and I do have a list here, basically because I didn't want to miss anything and I wanted to make sure I had a detailed report for you guys. So first things first, honestly guys, I researched all the trending cards. From Kobe to Zion to Michael Jordan. I was always trying to be a step ahead of the game, and it paid off because I was able to get great deals on cards that the big names in the industry were recommending to invest in. A lot of them paid off, some of them flopped, but that's okay. That's part of the game too. But basically I used a PSA 9 strategy. And what is that? Basically I went for the big names, tried to get as many as I could in PSA 9. Jordan, LeBron, Luka, Zion, people like that at the time were huge last summer when I started, and they're still huge now. So if you held on to those big cards, you know, you're gonna make a lot of money reselling those too, which is awesome. But basically I went on to COMC, went on to eBay, found those PSA 9s, those big cards, would try to get, try to win auctions. I would try to get great buy it nows to try to negotiate with people. I interacted with a lot of great sellers, got a lot of great cards cheap. I had to pay high end for some cards, but that's part of it too. But basically I went there and I said, okay, let me try and find the second and third best options of these top cards that I was gonna strive to get. LeBron James, for example, his huge Topps Chrome card that everyone wants, and his Bowman Chrome cards. I went to his Upper Deck cards, and I would get great options on the Upper Deck, his second and third best options in my opinion. I'll throw up some cards on the screen too that are pretty valuable as well in those kind of those avenues. But then I went and basically I would put them up on eBay. And then I would check all of the comps that were going on for these cards before I would put it on eBay, and I would see what they were, and then I would put them up on eBay a little bit higher than the comp, because I would put you can make offers, and I would negotiate out offers, and I would usually end up about where that current card was selling for in the recently sold items on eBay in their little filter lists. But I would go and I made it actually gave me a lot of momentum starting out. I was able to get a lot of cash quick. I was able to take that cash from the cards that I was selling and invest that back into the business, and get these bigger name cards I was able to sell. Kind of each season I feel like has a trend that even though I've already been in a year of this sports card journey, I've already seen seasons come and go, who was big, who was not, what how cards do get big, how come cards stay cold. Obviously if people are no names and they're not good players and not doing well, they're not gonna have high value cards. But people like Patrick Mahomes, Zion Williamson, LeBron's always big, Michael Jordan, stuff like that. You guys gotta understand, like, there's levels, right? So right now it's Zion and John, Luka. From back in the day, it's Jordan and memorabilia, high level memorabilia that people are trying to get their hands on. LeBron, his Topps Chrome card, like I said, is huge right now. Probably the Michael Jordan rookie Fleer card is, probably, in my opinion, is one of the fastest growing cards. I just saw one sell for 40 grand on eBay the other day. Mike Trout's cards are going bonkers insane. Someone paid $1 million for his rookie card somewhere too. That was in the news actually. But just to see numbers like that, that should motivate you to kind of do big things within the hobby, and that's kind of what it did for me. During quarantine and during COVID, I lost all three of my jobs. I was coaching. I played professional volleyball at the time, and I was about to sign a contract. I couldn't do that, so I had to find a way, basically, to take some, to make some extra money. So I would go and I did that. Basically, doing these cards got me through COVID and quarantine. And that's kind of the power of buying and selling. Is if you have a great strategy, you go into it with confidence and optimism, you can make some pretty crazy things happen. Another thing right now that's, I think this season isn't as much for sports cards, but I honestly think it's more for Pokemon cards right now because the 25th anniversary, but it's sports cards is always, in my opinion, is going to stay consistent for a long time. And I think it's going to just keep going up, and the value of these cards are going to keep going up and up and up. And Pokemon has never been this valuable. And I'm trying to make both of them meet right now at their climax too, and do some pretty crazy things, which I'll share that in the future with you guys too. I'm not someone who's going to sit here, and drop hundreds and thousands of dollars on one specific card. I'd rather space my money out in different avenues and have them all feed into the one mission, if you know what I'm saying. So that's kind of what I'm doing now, and that's why I'm bringing you guys these videos, because I'm trying to create a sports card brand and a business on top of it, and not just trying to do short-term investments, short-term things. I'm playing the long-term game. So that's basically how I did it, guys. I took that 1,200, turned it into about $3,800 profit. Had about, I have the numbers here, but had about 5,500-ish, in sales, whatever I said before. But just started out with researching cards. Did that PSA 9 strategy on COMC and eBay, where I would get the higher end cards, in PSA 9 condition, or I would also get their second and third options, and still, settle for that low-hanging fruit that's still, resellable, and obviously you can hold them for longer periods of time too. You got to know when to hold and sell, so knowing when cards are going to be hot, knowing when they're going to be cold, and then acting accordingly to your kind of market strategy and your buying power. And make sure that eBay account, guys, very important to have an eBay account that has 100% positive feedback or near perfect. My eBay account, just because I did a lot of business last summer, and I've done, I've sold on eBay my entire life. Right now it's 100% positive feedback. I'm a preferred seller now on eBay, so I take pride in the fact that, I try to do really good business on there, and it has its perks. You get tax exemption, you get lower seller fees, lower fees at the end of the month, not as much taken off, when people buy your cards, not as much is taken off. And the last thing I'm going to say, guys, is don't follow the hype. You want to follow trends, obviously, but don't put all your eggs in one basket, like I said, with one or two cards. Obviously, if you get a Jordan Fleer rookie card, that's all your eggs in one basket, because that's going to sell for hundreds and thousands of dollars. But if you want to, do those PSA 9 strategies on a bunch of different cards, have them all tied together and have a good solid portfolio, like I've said in other videos, have a good, solid portfolio like your stock portfolio, you're gonna see a lot of dividends come from these cards. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. I'd be happy to interact and connect with you guys on my Instagram, or like I said in the comments, like, comment, subscribe, and I really hope we can get this channel to 1,000 subscribers as fast as possible. My most recent video did really well, and I'm happy you guys enjoyed it. I'm also gonna put the video of when before we rebranded, we were Legend Sports Cards, and I'm gonna put that video where I put my top 5 steps in how to create your own sports card business. I'm going to put that video either at the top of the screen, or it's going to be in the comments, so look out for that too if you want an even simpler, kind of dumbed down version of it. This is pretty simple, but it's more kind of numbers. Remember, guys, it's never too late to start. But with sports cards, I feel like you got to get in now, and especially with Pokemon cards too, you guys got to get in now, or else you're going to miss your big chance, especially if you're trying to create a business or a brand out of this. The time is now for sports cards. I'm so happy I'm in it, and every single day I love the journey of obviously you have your own life, but in your own private life, and outside of this, but just when you do kind of tie this in together, it's pretty neat to see your hard work pay off behind the scenes of researching investing, collaborating, seeing, what's gonna, make you money, seeing, how you're gonna be able to grow a great collection, and much, much more, guys. So the choice is yours, but I would, if you guys really are on the fence of, starting your own sports card business or brand, I would absolutely hop in, even your own Pokemon card brand, guys, because, cards in general is popping off, just because of the, the vintage kind of quality behind it. I know that's how the Pokemon card game is, but just like sports cards in general, just having a piece of history in your hand doesn't get any better than that. So this is TJ with Gold Label Sports, guys, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.